Ray Ives, the pen of an underdog. Thanks for joining. Continuing on part 5. There's a part here, subchapter, continuous improvement and unexpected change. Continuous improvement and unexpected change. So here I was, things were going great. I was on pace to double sales less than 5 years. National account manager, double sales in less than 5 years. Starting from a high base, right? That's why it took a little time to double sales. It was already a penetrated account. It was already a high level of sales. So doubling it really made sense. And I just knew, keep pushing on this continuous improvement. I just wanted to be broaden my creativity and improve my elasticity of my brain. And so like in every flight, I was on flights, and on every flight, I was reading as much diversified publications as possible. Things like Popular Science, Psychology Today, Popular Mechanics, National Geographic, Men's Health. I want to be a student of life. I want my brain, the elasticity of my brain, to improve. So I started reading those things. And then I thought, okay, always read about my industry or your industry. And for me, I was reading Modern Baking, Supermarket News, Progressive Grocer, and just felt it was time to excel. And in my industry, there's a lot of people with an MBA, and I was like, okay, it's time. I'm going to ask my company for an MBA, a Master's in Business Administration. And I never heard no as many times. I would ask, will you pay for an MBA? No. Will you pay for an MBA? No. Some time would go by, and I was like, oh, I was really thinking, I think it would really help my position as, national account manager, MBA. No. I'm starting to think about my next step. My next step as whatever that may be. So I remember looking at our org chart, and here's the exercise that I did by myself and I presented to my boss. I looked at the org chart and I looked at the gaps, and I was thinking, okay, how can I persuade leadership to plug me in somewhere? Could I go from national account manager to senior account manager? That just seemed too much of the same. Vice president of sales. Oh, that's my boss's title. General manager. No, that's not feeling that. What about director of sales? And I was like, okay, that sounds great. Director of sales. It's like next level. And so I created this org chart. And this is one of the moments in my career. I wouldn't call it a defining moment, but I just knew what it was going to take to have the conversation initiated and for it to be received and taken seriously. So I created this org chart. A little moment of reflection. I always went through my resume as a national account manager. Where was I? What was I doing? And there's some bullet points. So I was basically responsible for revenue, expenses, operating earnings on all national accounts in the U.S., right? Here I was, I doubled sales in 5 years at the largest U.S. traditional grocery retail, double-digit sales growth, 4 consecutive years, reached a historical high of shipped and scanned sales, manage a broker network of 25 business development managers, right? Over 5,000 stores. The products that I was managing they were touching 5,000 stores nationally, right? And that's everything from grocery to specialty to club. It was out there. And each year we had aggressive sales targets, and we hit every year by how? Trustworthy relationships with retailers, clients, brokers, and distributors. And so here I was, it was time to make a change. I solidified what I was doing with the company. I added value. I met their metrics, and it was just time. So small synopsis there. Stay connected. Ray Ives, the pen of an underdog.